DJ Vlad overstepped his Ukrainian American, aka white, Caucasian, guest in the Black community, yes. He overstepped his bounds and tried to get a Black Princeton professor fired because she had the audacity to tell him to stay out of Black folk business. This ignited Black Twitter, y'all. Okay? This ignited Black Twitter. DJ Vlad and Professor Morgan Jerkins of Princeton went back and forth in a Twitter war. And DJ Vlad miscalculated because he really thought he was going to threaten a Black professor, a Black professor's job, because she told him to stay out of Black folk business. So we've all been following the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, right? Which is still piping hot. Okay. By the way, quick little update. There were shootings at Drake's house. What the hell? And then after a shooting, there was a break-in. What the hell? A trespasser? I'm not gonna lie. Part of me is like, is this a setup so that we could take a little heat off of us, Drizzy? I wasn't there. I don't know. So in reference to this beef, DJ Vlad, who, by the way, for those who don't know who DJ Vlad is a Ukrainian American. I guess he's a DJ. It says it in his name, but I know him as a podcast host or a TV. I don't know. I guess it's a podcast where he interviews all of the Black celebrities. He is very much ingratiated himself into the Black community. And so, you know, a lot of Black celebrities, he's a part of Black media. Okay. But he's a white man. He's a white Ukrainian American man. Okay. So keep that in mind. And there have been times in the past where people have had to go in on DJ Vlad about him overstepping and his bounds and wearing out his welcome in the Black community. So in regard to the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, this is what DJ Vlad said on on X. He tweeted, "Kendrick's Not Like Us needed a better mix. It takes away from the song." Okay. Okay. Nobody asked you, but okay. And so Morgan Jerkins, the Princeton professor, came in and she said, "This is a all caps Black folk affair." And she retweeted his tweet, right? And so, of course, DJ Vlad was like, "Oh my God, you know what? You're so right. I am a guest in the community." And, because, when you're a guest in a community, in a culture, you need to show up with some humility. You need to show up with some deference and, most importantly, with some respect. And, of course, that was his response. "I'm sorry for being, obtuse and not recognizing my place and JK. Of course he didn't do that. Of course he decided to clap back, okay? And he wrote, "Wait. So a professor at Princeton, and Princeton is tagged, okay? Keep that in mind. Princeton is tagged. He didn't just write it. He tagged Princeton. Wait, so a professor at Princeton is telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip hop? Is that how you interact with your students?" So this is textbook throwing in the reverse racism card, right? What the hell are you talking about, dog? Not only is he throwing in the reverse racism card, but he's also throwing in the threat of her job by tagging her job in this statement in and of itself and accusing her of being quote unquote racist. Like, I don't know how many times I'm gonna tell you, Black people can't be racist against people. Racism requires power and prejudice. We talked about this, a bazillion times. So when people still don't understand that 15, 20 years after we started talking about this later, it's clear that you're intentionally trying to be obtuse. And if that's the case, I ain't got nothing to say for you. I'm just going to avoid you at all costs. So Morgan comes back and she says, what I'm saying is that you put your opinion in a discussion that's not needed. This conversation is and should center Black people, not you. And so, of course, that's when he was like, you know what? You're right. Of course he didn't do that. And he shoots back, don't try to change your words now. I'll be reaching out to Princeton, tagged yet again, this is the second time, about this on Monday. So now he's legitimately threatening her job. He's saying, I'm going to reach out to your job and tell them that I think you're a goddamn racist because you told me to stay out of Black folk business. And so she comes back and she says, semester's over and my contract has been completed. But thanks for trying to bully me out of a job for centering Black people because you got your feelings hurt. Very retaliatory, huh? Nice tactic. One thing I will say is, you can't go toe to toe with a Princeton professor. She gonna eat you up. And she's gonna do it in the most professional. She ate you up. And that's before the rest of us even came in. He responds, it's called a, quote, permanent record, end quote. Every university has one. I went to Berkeley myself. FYI, I went to a good school too. You don't impress me because even though I'm intimidated by the fact that you're from Princeton, you don't impress me because I went to Berkeley. But obviously I'm intimidated, which is why I had to mention it. So you do impress me. People spew ignorant and bigoted comments at you publicly and then act like they're getting bullied when they get a response. Typical victim mentality. Go ahead and take that Princeton out. As in, like, take it off of your resume. And again, Princeton is tagged. So this is the third time that he's tagged Princeton. Okay? And she writes back, sweetheart, before I was a professor at Princeton, I graduated from Princeton. She basically pulled rank. She was like, Princeton, Berkeley, Princeton. Yeah. She was like, Berkeley is cute or whatever. LOL. So what is you really saying? She said. And he came back and he said, good luck being a professor at Princeton again. And again, this is the fourth time he tags Princeton. I doubt the university supports their faculty telling non-Black students to shut the F up about anything hip hop related because of their skin color. Baby, you not her student. You not her student. She wasn't talking to you. You're not her student. Is she lecturing about hip? First of all, we don't even know what this lady teaches. Would she even be talking to her children about hip hop? Her students? Oh boy. And she responds, which is not even what I said, which she didn't freaking say. She said, stay out of our business. She said, which is not even what I said. I find it funny that you specifically chose to respond to me, belittle my academic background, and threaten my job when others responded to you in a much harsher way. Very interesting and telling. But you got it. And it is very telling because, of course, he's going to come after a Black woman like that.